Okay, so are you ready to dive into this whole making money online thing?
Always ready for a deep dive, especially into something as, well, potentially lucrative as this.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
So we've got this YouTube video, 12 Ways to Make Money with Your Website in 2025. It's by Ferdy Korpershoek. And honestly, some of these ideas are pretty wild.
yeah, I took a look, and it is interesting to see how he blends some of those, like, tried and true methods with some really new approaches. Some of them are a little out there, but hey, who knows, right?
Right, exactly. So right off the bat, Ferdy makes it clear that this isn't like some get-rich-quick scheme. He's not promising you'll be a millionaire overnight. He actually emphasizes that it takes work, dedication, all that.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point to make right up front. So many of these online gurus overpromise and set these totally unrealistic
I
expectations.
know, right? It's kind of refreshing to see someone acknowledge the hustle involved.
Totally. It sets a more, I guess you could say, grounded tone for the whole thing.
For sure. All right, so let's jump into those 12 ways Ferdy lays out. First up, he talks about just using your website to get more clients for a business you already have.
Like he uses the example of a plumber, right? They can showcase their services, their contact info, maybe even have like a chat feature on the website.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty
Right.
straightforward, right?
It is. But it highlights how important it is to just have a really strong online presence these days. Your website is like your 24/7 storefront.
Like your digital business card.
Exactly. People can find you anytime, anywhere, especially if you're a local business. A website can make a huge difference.
Makes total sense. All right, then he gets into advertising, which honestly seems pretty classic, right? He uses the example of a soccer news website displaying ads alongside the articles.
The more visitors the site gets, the more money they can potentially make from those ads.
But is that still effective these days? What with everyone using ad blockers and all that?
That is a good question. Ad revenue can definitely still be substantial, but it's not as simple as it used to be. You really have to think about traffic volume, ad placement, the user experience.
So it's a bit more nuanced than just slapping ads all over your site.
Exactly. You have to strike that balance between, not overwhelming visitors with ads, but still having them be visible.
Gotcha. So maybe not the easiest method. But then Ferdy jumps into his personal favorite, he says, affiliate marketing.
Ah, yes, affiliate marketing. So this is where you basically promote other people's products or services on your website.
And you earn a commission for every sale that comes through your unique link.
Right, exactly. It can be a really lucrative model if you do it right.
But how do you even choose what to promote? There are like a zillion products out there.
Well, Ferdy's big thing is authenticity. He recommends sticking to products that you actually believe in and that are relevant to your niche.
So like in his web development tutorials, he recommends things like web hosting or WordPress themes.
Exactly, things that his audience is already interested in and would actually find useful.
Makes sense? And get this, he shares his own success story with affiliate marketing. He created this course, sold it for $297, and made almost $7,000 in a single day.
Wow. Okay, so that's pretty impressive. Clearly, there's potential there.
Right. He even shows his striped dashboard on screen as proof, so you know he's not making it up.
That's a smart move. It definitely adds to his credibility. But, it's not just about throwing an affiliate link out there and hoping for the best.
Totally. It seems like building trust with your audience is key.
Definitely. You have to establish yourself as a reliable source of information and recommendations, or people just won't click those links.
So it's more about building that relationship with your audience.
Precisely. And that takes time and effort. It's not a quick fix.
Okay. Next up, Ferdy talks about creating a tool and using ads to generate revenue. So like a compound interest calculator, for example, with ads placed strategically around it.
Interesting. So you're providing something useful to people and then monetizing it through those ads. Exactly. It seems like a win-win, right? You get to help people and you potentially earn some income from it.
Yeah, in theory.
Yeah.
But, creating a tool, especially a complex one, that's no easy feat.
Right. He even suggests using AI tools like ChatGPT to help with that. Like, he shows how to prompt the AI to write a script for that compound interest calculator.
Huh. See, now that's where I get a little skeptical. AI can be a great tool for sure, but can it really replace human ingenuity and expertise?
Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced on that either. It feels like AI should be more of an assistant, not a replacement for actual knowledge and skill.
Exactly. It can streamline certain processes, but it's not a magic solution.
Okay, so AI, helpful assistant, not a replacement. Duly noted. Moving on, Ferdy dives into selling memberships.
So this is where you give people exclusive access to premium content or features on your website, right?
Exactly. He uses the example of Dr. Furman, who has this whole membership program with tons of healthy recipes, product discounts, even live Q&A sessions with the doctor.
It's like creating your own little online community, almost.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah.
And people are willing to pay for that sense of exclusivity and access to valuable content.
It's a great way to build a loyal following and generate recurring revenue, which is always a plus.
But wouldn't you say that creating a successful membership program is a lot of work?
Oh, absolutely. You have to consistently deliver high-quality content and keep those members engaged. It's not a one-time setup and then you're done.
It's an ongoing commitment.
Yeah.
So far, we've covered 5 methods, from attracting clients to selling memberships, and they all have their own pros and cons.
What's interesting is how Ferdy ties each method back to that idea of providing value, whether it's through content, a tool, exclusive access. It all comes back to offering something that genuinely benefits your audience.
And you know what? He's got 7 more methods to share.
7 more. Wow. Okay, I'm intrigued.
I know, right? Some of them are pretty wild. We'll dive into those in the next part of our deep dive. Stay tuned. Okay, so we tackled 5 ways to make money online using your website. But Ferdy's not done yet. He's got a whole bunch more ideas up his sleeve.
Yeah, 7 more to be exact. Let's
Yeah.
see what he's got.
All right, so next up, he jumps into e-commerce, selling products directly through your website.
He uses his own website as an example, gamesunited.com. He shows how you can set up a shop, like an online store, and sell gaming consoles.
So basically like having your own little digital storefront.
Yeah, but instead of selling services, you're selling actual physical products.
Makes sense considering how much people shop online these days. But doesn't that mean you have to deal with all the shipping and inventory and stuff? Sounds like a lot of work.
Right, that's what I was thinking too. But Ferdy acknowledges those challenges and then kind of pivots to digital products, things like ebooks or software. Those are way easier to manage.
Oh yeah, that's smart. No physical inventory, no shipping headaches. Someone buys it, they get instant access.
Exactly, much less hassle.
Yeah.
And speaking of digital products, Ferdy's next method is all about creating and selling online courses.
So you take your knowledge, your skills, whatever you're good at, and turn it into a video course.
He gives examples like web development, dog training, pretty much anything you can think of.
I guess the sky's the limit, right? If you can teach it, you can turn it into a course.
And this is where Ferdy's own experience really shines through. He dives into how he created this affiliate marketing course using LearnDash, sold it for $297, and earned almost $7,000 in a day.
Whoa, okay, so that's some serious proof that this can actually work.
Right. It's super compelling to see his actual Strike dashboard with those numbers. But, can just anyone create a course and expect to rake in that kind of cash?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. What makes a course truly successful? Is it just about having the knowledge?
I think it's more than that. It's about how you present it, how you structure the course, how you market it to the right people.
And probably a bit of luck too, right?
Well, maybe a little. But I think it's more about putting in the work and having a solid strategy.
Okay, so creating online courses definitely has potential, but it's not a guaranteed moneymaker.
Got it.
Got it. Now, this next one is where things get a little crazy. Ferdy suggests creating your own social media website.
Your own social media website. Whoa, okay, that's ambitious.
Right. He uses his AI Future Stars tutorial as an example.
Yeah.
He actually built a platform specifically for AI enthusiasts.
But I mean, come on. Competing with giants like Facebook or X, that seems almost impossible.
I know, it sounds wild.
Yeah.
But Forty's point is that you can carve out your own niche, build a community around a specific interest.
So instead of trying to be everything to everyone, you focus on a smaller, more dedicated group of people.
Exactly. And he talks about monetizing the platform through ads, affiliate links, courses, even memberships, like taking all those previous methods and applying them to your own little social media world.
Yeah, but getting people to actually use a brand new platform, that's got to be the hardest part, right?
Totally. How do you even get them there in the first place? It's not like they're just going to magically appear.
That's the million-dollar question. You'd need some serious marketing muscle to pull that off.
And not to mention the technical know-how to build the platform itself.
Yeah.
That's way beyond my skill set.
Yeah, mine too. So creating your own social media site, maybe not for the faint of heart. Okay, moving on. Ferdy talks about offering consulting services through your website.
So if you've got expertise in something, you can set up a simple one-page site, showcase your skills, and let people book paid consultations.
He recommends using a scheduling tool like Calendly to make it super easy for people to book time with you.
Yeah, it streamlines the whole process.
Yeah.
But isn't it tough to stand out in the consulting world? There are so many people offering similar services.
Right. How do you convince someone to choose you over all those other options?
Well, Ferdy emphasizes building a strong personal brand, showcasing your expertise through valuable content so potential clients can see what you're all about.
It's like building that credibility and trust up front so people feel confident investing in your services.
Exactly. And then Ferdy gets really pumped about email marketing. He's like, build your email list, build your email list.
Why is he so obsessed with email lists?
Because he says it's one of the most powerful ways to connect with your audience and promote your stuff. He talks about offering something valuable in exchange for an email address, like a free ebook or guide.
So you're basically giving away something for free to entice people to join your list.
Exactly. And then you can send them regular emails with valuable content, promotions, all that good stuff.
He mentions sending out Black Friday promotions to his list of 60,000 people and making thousands of dollars in a single day.
Wow, that's insane. Imagine the power of being able to reach that many people with just one email.
Yeah, but isn't there a risk of annoying people if you send too many emails? Like, nobody wants to be bombarded with spam.
Totally. Ferdy stresses that it's all about finding that balance. You have to provide value, not just constant sales pitches.
It's about building a relationship with your subscribers, not just treating them like a bunch of potential customers.
Right. Okay, now this next one is where things get really out there. Ferdy suggests selling your entire website.
Selling your website, like the whole thing.
Yep. He talks about websites selling for millions of dollars because of their high traffic and earning potential.
Millions. Seriously. That sounds crazy. Is that even possible?
He mentions this website called Flipper.com, which is like a marketplace for buying and selling websites. He shows examples of sites going for insane amounts of money.
Okay, but what makes a website worth that much? Is it just about traffic?
He mentions things like consistent revenue, brand recognition, a loyal user base. Basically, it has to be a well-established, profitable online business.
So it's not like you can just whip up a website in a weekend and expect to sell it for $1 million.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time, effort, and probably a good dose of luck to build a website to that level.
So more of an aspirational goal than a practical strategy for most people. All right, last but not least, Ferdy covers accepting donations through your website.
So if people really love your content and want to support you, they can send you money directly.
He suggests using PayPal.me, which makes it super easy for people to donate.
It's a simple method, but I guess a lot of people overlook it.
Right. He even says he gets emails from people asking how to donate, so it's clearly something that's on people's minds.
But I imagine you'd need a pretty big and dedicated audience to make this a reliable income stream.
Yeah, probably not going to make you rich, but it's a nice way to be supported by your biggest fans.
So we've made it through all 12 methods. Phew, that was a lot.
It's quite the range, right? Some seem pretty doable, while others are definitely more, well, aspirational.
But the thing that sticks with me is Ferdy's emphasis on providing value. That seems to be the common thread throughout all these methods.
Yeah, no matter what approach you take, it all comes back to offering something that genuinely benefits your audience.
Okay, so now that we've absorbed all this info from Ferdy, let's connect it back to you, the listener. How can you actually use this knowledge to make money online? Okay, so we've explored Ferdy's 12 ways to make money online, and I don't know about you, but my head is spinning a little bit. There's a lot to process.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of information to take in, but I think even with so many different methods, there's a clear takeaway here.
Yeah, I think so too. It all comes back to that idea of providing value.
Right.
Like no matter what method you choose, you have to offer something that actually benefits your audience.
Exactly. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about building something sustainable, something that people genuinely find useful or enjoyable.
So how do we take all of this information and actually apply it? Like where do you even start if you want to make money online?
Well, I think the first step is to look inward. Think about your strengths, your interests, your skills. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? What knowledge do you have that other people might find valuable?
It's about finding that intersection between your passion and your expertise, right?
Exactly. Once you've identified those core strengths, you can start brainstorming ways to share them online. Maybe you start a blog or a YouTube channel to share your knowledge.
Right.
Maybe you create an online course. Or maybe you offer consulting services.
And you don't have to be an expert in everything, right? Like Ferdy even talks about using tools like ChatGPT to help with certain tasks.
Right. It's about leveraging the resources available to you, finding ways to work smarter, not harder.
Okay, so let's say you've got a great idea and you're ready to share it with the world. What are some practical steps you can take?
Well, you need a website. That's your online home base. It's where people will go to learn more about you, your services, your products, whatever you're offering.
Ferdy talks a lot about WordPress, right? It seems like that's a popular choice.
It is. It's user-friendly, relatively affordable, and there are tons of customization options.
Okay, so you've got your website set up, but now you need people to actually visit it.
Exactly. That's where marketing comes in. Ferdy mentions SEO, which is all about optimizing your website so it ranks higher in search results.
So when people search for something related to your niche, your website pops up at the top of the list.
Exactly. He also talks about using social media to promote your content and engage with your audience.
Social media can be a powerful tool for building brand awareness and driving traffic to your website.
Definitely. And don't forget about email marketing. That's a big one for Ferdy.
Yeah, he's really passionate about email lists. It seems like that's one of his secret weapons.
And for good reason. Having a direct line of communication with your audience is incredibly valuable. You can share valuable content, build relationships, and promote your offerings.
So it's about finding that balance between providing value and promoting your stuff.
Exactly. You don't want to bombard people with constant sales pitches. Nobody likes that.
Okay, so we've talked about building a website, attracting visitors, but what about the actual money-making part? How do you choose the right monetization methods?
Well, Ferdy gives you a whole menu of options to choose from: advertising, affiliate marketing, selling products, courses, memberships, even accepting donations.
It's a lot to consider. How do you even know where to start?
I think it depends on your niche, your audience, and your overall goals. Some methods might be a better fit than others.
Like if you have a large and engaged audience, maybe donations are a viable option. But if you're selling a specific product, then e-commerce might be the way to go.
Right. And you can always experiment, try different things, see what works best for you and your audience.
Ferdy's own journey is a great example of that. He didn't just stick to one method. He tried different things, adapted his strategy, and found what worked best for him.
It's about being flexible and willing to adjust your approach as you learn and grow.
And remember, you don't have to figure it all out on your own. There are tons of resources available to help you along the way.
Ferdy himself has tons of free tutorials on his website and YouTube channel, and there are countless communities and forums where you can connect with other people who are on the same journey.
It's all about taking that first step. You don't have to have everything figured out from day one. Just start exploring, experimenting, and see where it takes you.
And who knows, maybe one day you'll be selling your website for millions of dollars. Like Ferdy says, anything is possible.
Well, maybe not millions.
Yeah.
But the point is, there are so many opportunities out there. It's just a matter of finding what works for you.
Exactly. So what are you waiting for? Go out there and make it happen.
This deep dive was just the beginning. Now it's your turn to take the reins and create something amazing.